Good morning, Ollie.
Morning.
A new season, and it was a transfer window. You brought 3 new players in and spent a lot of money. Was there that's an addition of quality, but was there a feeling yesterday when it closed of frustration that you couldn't perhaps bring in more quality?
You know, I think when the transfer window closes, it's that it's a great feeling, really, like of relief. Now it's done. Now we know what we're looking forward with, and I'm delighted with, as you said, the 3 we've signed.
But naturally, I think that the fans and perhaps us were expecting a couple of more names just to add to the quality you've got. Can you understand their frustration, maybe?
Well, that's not the feeling inside the club anyway, and that's the feeling that with the fans I've met. They're excited with the ones we've had, and of course there's always going to be fans out there wanting to sign players. That's just part and parcel of being here. So the players that are here now, they've been shown that trust, and we believe in them.
Ollie, obviously you sold Lukaku yesterday. Are you disappointed at the way that seemed to unravel? Because by the end he obviously wasn't even training here.
It was time now for Rom to go, because I think we got a good deal, he's happy, so I think both parties ended that deal as it should be. Rom was injured for a while this pre-season. He didn't participate, so I just hope for him that he'll get a good start at Inter Milan.
And at the start of pre-season, there was a lot said about Paul Pogba and whether he was going to go on top. What's his attitude been like?
Always the same. He's been great. I've always said. Every time I've been asked about Paul, I keep saying the same things. When he comes in, when he plays, when he trains, he's absolutely fantastic.
For all of his perceived shortcomings, he's still got 42 goals over 2 seasons. What makes you confident that the likes of Rashford, Martial can fill that void, if you like, in terms of goals? Because I think they were averaging 1 every 4 games. He was averaging 1 every 2, so it's a big shortfall to make up, isn't it?
Of course, Rom has a good record and good stats. He's one of the top number 9s around when you want to play with that kind of striker, and he's that target man. For me, I'm very confident that we'll get goals from Martial, Rashford. There's Dan James will come in and create. I'm sure Jesse Lingard will get more. So we do have a different attacking setup this season. Yes, we do.
You said to us last month that we will have to replace players that leave. I know an attacker's coming in, Daniel, but with Romelu leaving, do you feel as though the attack is better than it was at the end of last season?
Well, towards the end of towards the end of last season, we didn't score a lot of goals, did we? So, and you do have players that you think are going to make an impact, and Mason Greenwood's pathway would have been a lot more difficult, of course, if we had another forward there. So for me, I believe that Mason's going to be playing and involved a lot, and when he is, he'll score goals.
Obviously, into the new season, there should be excitement around the place, but it does feel like there's a bit of a cloud overhead, certainly from a fan perspective. Whether that is about signings, whether it's about people at the top of the club, whatever. Does that get to you guys? Do you appreciate it? Do you understand it? Do you hope to put it right?
Of course, we want to put that right, and the only way we can put any doubts, and that's by playing good football. That's showing the team we want to be, the style of football we want to play, and our fans, when they see that intention, they've always been supporting the team. But as I said earlier on, I don't have within the team and the club, we are feeling very confident, and we don't feel that negativity that you're talking about.
Ollie, the net spend's been about 66 million with Rom going. I know you've made big signings, but with Rom going, that pulls it down a lot. Is there the money here
to make the sort of changes that are needed to make United champions again?
I said earlier in pre-season, last season as well, it's not about a quick fix. It's about a longer rebuild. It's about getting the right players, right people in. And it's not time to suddenly the last 3 days change that attitude when you haven't got the right ones, when you haven't got the right people, you haven't got the right players, or you haven't got the answers, the correct answers maybe from the players that you wanted to have. It's like, if there's doubt, most of the time there's no doubt. So then you rather trust the ones we have.
So the money was there though, if the right player had come along?
Yeah, there is money available when there's the right players available, yeah.
Ollie, what do you think about going up against Frank Lampard?
I'm just happy he's not playing. Because he'd score goals, wouldn't he? And it's no different to any other manager, really. We're not players anymore. We are managers, and it's no different. I met him. We had a managers meeting on Wednesday, and I spoke to him then.
You mentioned you mentioned a lot of your younger strikers there. One experienced forward you still have is Alexis Sanchez. Is there any chance of him going before the European windows close on September 2nd? And if he does stay here, do you expect him to use Lukaku's departure as a bit of a carrot and hopefully a kickstart for him?
Well, Alexis has come in and trained well. He's 4-5 weeks behind the boys, and he's not played apart from the one behind closed doors here. So I think he'll see this as an opportunity as well to make his mark.
You expect him to stay now?
I do expect him to stay, yeah. So there's a striker there that we think's going to be able to score some goals.
Ashley Young's your captain, but should he not play, and with the Wan-Bissaka coming in, and obviously with the formations you might tweak things, who would be your captain?
There's a few here that in that group beneath Ashley, and there's some leaders you might get a clue on Sunday.
Ollie, Gary Neville suggested yesterday about Romelu that he perhaps hasn't been the most professional this summer with the way he's handled things. From the inside, have you been happy with the way that things have gone and his professionalism?
I can't. I've always had a good relationship with Rom, open and honest. We've spoken to each other open and frankly, and I've got no issue about between me and Rom. No, not at all. And but we are obviously now whoever's in here, we're very happy with them.
Towards the end of last season, you said that quite a few players, I think it was after the Huddersfield game, wouldn't be here this season. I think you've got 29 or 30 players now. Do you anticipate a few more going, between now and September the 2nd, Rojo perhaps?
There might be. Yeah. There might be, yeah. And the thing is, though, it's not about who we don't want there. It's about who we want here, and you're going to see that in the team selections and who's going to be with us in the long run.
Okay, guys, we need to move on.
I think you had a session this week about VAR.
Yeah.
How did you find it? And is it going to be a power for good, or is it going to be something that we've got to contend with over a season and get right sort of as it works?
I'm for it when it makes the factual decisions correct. So if you're offside, if you're 2 yards or 2 centimeters, you're off, and that's a big thing. As long as it happens quickly, I think it's going to be a benefit, and it's going to make the league more fair. There's a couple of a few offside goals last season that will be debated. We wouldn't have debated them if we had the VAR. So I'm for that part of it when it's factual.